You know, a lot of people ask me about Choice Band Free. To me, it's one of the. I'm very excited about Choice Band Free, and what that is it's basically a web-based email client like Gmail, like Hotmail, like Yahoo, that we as partners are going to be able to give away free to people. Okay, and within this system, okay, it's going to re-promote Troy Bid. It's going to re-promote Troy. Okay, you're actually going to be able to give that away. And someone asked me, they said, well, Eric, you know, how am I going to make money giving something away? Let me tell you something. You need to understand the word viral, and you need to understand the power of viral marketing. You know, John and I use viral marketing in the way in which we build our businesses. Troy Spam Free is going to be extremely viral for our business. You know, you're literally going to be able to give people an incredible web-based email client for free, okay, that's going to, again, like the SMS side of the house, is going to introduce Troy to those people. It's going to introduce Troy Bid to those people, and you're going to be able to give that away. So it's very non-threatening. You know, you're not asking a friend or family, you know, to join in business with you. You're asking them to bid on something that can potentially put a laptop, a TV, or something of a lot of value, you know, that they'll have an opportunity to win that. And you're giving them basically an email client that they can use, you know, that is going to be very valuable to them. And, you know, the whole time, you know, you're not talking about, you know, toy business. These products, these services, these viral products are doing the talking for you. And naturally, people are going to go, hey, what are you doing? You know, wow, okay, you're driving an income with this. And, you know, my response would be, you know, think about it. I didn't promote this. I didn't prospect you. I didn't come to you. I was able to, you know, to give you access to Troy Bid, to these free bids. I was able to give you access to this incredible email client for absolutely free. Now, don't you think this is something that you could do as well? You know, and just get this out to everybody that you know and start spreading the word of Troy and actually put money in your bank account and be involved with this incredible opportunity. Guys, this is nothing like any other opportunity, network marketing opportunity that you're going to find. Okay, it's incredible. So, hey, I hope that gave you a good rest, John, and I'll pass it back to Jack. Jack, you might have some questions for us, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, I did have a couple of questions, and first of all, I wanted to ask John if you would go a little into the way the euros work against the dollars, and the whole system like that. I wanted you to explain the way that whole system is working.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack, and that's just an absolute golden nugget right there. I mean, I am so excited to be earning euro. I mean, this is one of the strongest currencies on the planet, and now that Troy is operated out of Europe and its currency is euro, I mean, it's just a big plus for every single person that lives outside of Europe. Maybe it's not so good if you live in the UK, but, you know, that's just a small population right there. But the rest of the world, I mean, I think the euro is probably one of the strongest currencies, and definitely when you bring euro back into the United States, you're gonna literally have your money grow. You know, I think you bring a euro back in the US, you're probably going to get $1.60, $1.70. You know, when you bring a euro into Australia, you're going to get $1.70 to $1.80. I mean, it's almost like you're doubling your money instantly just by bringing it home. And that is just such a tremendous bonus, because what that means is we just get more money for doing the same amount of work. I mean, having a currency like the euro is just so tremendous, and there's literally countries around the world that their dollar's going to multiply by 2 or 3 times when they bring that home. I mean, do you know what kind of a life-changing situation that's going to give them? Could you imagine bringing euro back into Asia or back into Africa or into, you know, some of the countries that have weaker currencies? I mean, those people are going to be able to live like kings by just building a modest business in Troy. And that's just a tremendous advantage that all these people have from around the world in participating in Troy. You know, I mean, would have been about 15 months ago I started earning the US dollar, and I'd bring that home and I'd get like $1.30 per US dollar, and that was fantastic. You know, that extra 30% really, you know, made things, you know, run real smooth, and, put some extra cash in my pocket. But now, I've seen the US dollar slide. It's almost down to 1-to-1 now. So I kind of lost that leverage that I used to have about 12 to 15 months ago, and so that gives me a lot of excitement, because now with the euro, I'm not back to $1.30. I'm back to like $1.60, $1.70, $1.80. I mean, the leverage is extraordinary, and this is just beginning. I really believe that the European Union will become one of the strongest currencies in the world, even more so than it already is. And all that's going to do is it's going to mean it's more money in our pockets when we bring that home. We might even see it get to the point where it literally is worth twice as much as our local currencies. Could you imagine, bringing every euro back to your local currency, and it's literally worth $2 in your local currity? That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? So, that's what we have right here with Troy. And on top of that, we've got the Troy unit market, which is going to be a phenomenal system in itself. Literally, people are going to make hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars by investing in the Troy unit market. That thing's going to grow extremely aggressively. And there's some little nuggets that I've picked up in the last few weeks about how the Troy unit market is going to operate out the back of every single member in Troy. And I'm not going to go into too many details now, because some of this information is still sort of just being disclosed to the leaders. But I'll tell you, Troy's got this system set up in place that's literally going to flow a tremendous amount of funds through the Troy unit market from literally every single member in Troy that's making money. And the stock price, I should say the unit prices of this is just going to grow very, very aggressively. The unit market is just going to explode with activity. And you're going to see people doubling and tripling and even quadrupling their money in the Troy unit market in a very short amount of time. I mean, there are people, like Eric was saying before, that they've seen network marketing before. They've maybe been involved in an opportunity. Maybe they were in Amway back in the day. Maybe they've got family and friends or other colleagues that have been in other network marketing companies too, and they've gotten the story that it just didn't work out for them. So there are people like that around, and Troy is just so extraordinary that they've got platforms that are going to appeal to everyone. And in fact, there's some big business people that don't traditionally get involved in network marketing, but they're coming into Troy just because they want to put some funds into the Troy unit market. And what they're finding is that they'll be able to invest in the Troy unit market, and no doubt they're going to know a couple of people that also want to invest in the Troy unit market. So what's going to happen is they'll join, they'll put their money in the Troy unit market, they'll tell a couple of their colleagues about it, they'll also join, and guess what? Those individuals that have never built a network marketing organization before and really had no desire to do so, they've just introduced two people to Troy so they can also invest in the unit market, and hello, they're now income qualified. So that means they're going to now get paid 12 other income streams as the Troy Management Limited structure and company grows and builds momentum. The spillover is going to occur. Their organizations are going to grow, and they're going to start to get paid on 12 different income streams just because they referred two people to the unit market. Now, if they continue to roll the commissions that they get from their spillover and their growth of their organization, they're going to continue to roll that through the unit market, and it's just going to double and quadruple their funds till literally they'll be pulling out hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly even millions of dollars, within months, within a year. Within a couple of years, the share prices are just going to skyrocket and multiply, dozens and dozens and dozens of times over. And this company is very smart. The management in Troy have a lot of experienced people that have been involved in stock markets before. They know what goes on, and they know what really gets stock and things to grow aggressively. And they've got a few concepts and ideas that they're going to be implementing very, very shortly after this launches to just take this to a whole new level. And I mean, there's people that might have been in network marketing you know, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Some people have even been in 10 years, and they've never, ever really made a substantial amount of money.